Hello and welcome to Revolution. We're still in Paris today in a watch shop, and today we're going back to basics. The basic function of a watch is to tell time. Well, that was obvious, but it's also to tell time accurately. And the science of accuracy in watchmaking is called chronometry. Today we launch a new kind of investigation of that subject. We're going to appraise the precision of several watches for a whole week. So what we're going to do is recreate real-life conditions for the watches. And not just recreate, you're going to witness 7 days in the life of a watch. So for this 7-day chronometry marathon, I am going to wear several watches, all of them at the same time, and live my life, which includes everything that shakes, bumps, and disturbs the very functioning of a watch. And at the end of 168 hours, I am going to check the time difference between the moment we set the watches with precision and the time the watch actually tells. The final step will be to rank these watches according to one single criterion and no other, and that will be their accuracy. Two things about our contestants. All of them are off-the-shelf watches. None of them have been prepped for this competition in any way. And second of all of them have something special about them. Our first contestant is a simple watch. It is an Omega Seamaster Aquaterra with an 8500 caliber, and this caliber has something special. It has a coaxial escapement, which is the only widespread alternative to the traditional Swiss anchor escapement. Our second contestant is a Zenith Espada El Primero. It is a special watch because even though it is an El Primero, it is not a chronograph. Our third contestant is a Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Tourbillon. So obviously it is a tourbillon, but it's also an interesting watch because it is one of these movements, although highly prepped, that won the first international concours de chronométrie of LeCoultre. And then we have a Frank Muller tourbillon chronograph. Even though it bears the Frank Muller name, it is a Renaud et Papy movement, so we have two expertises here. And then we bring out the big guns. This is a Roger Dubuis Excalibur double flying tourbillon skeleton. Are two tourbillons going to fare better than just one? That's the big question. And here we have our underdog. This is my own private Rolex date. It is something like 35 years old. So is a very old but extremely reliable movement going to fare better than all of our other contestants? This would be really funny. This is one of the oddities of today's watchmaking. This is a H. Moser & Company Monarch double hairspring. It is a very unique configuration, especially at that level of range. We now come to the first practical phase of our test. We're going to set the watches. And to do that, we need a reference time to set each watch against. So we're going to use the Universal Coordinated Time. It's the official worldwide time. Our very first synchronization is going to be that of the H. Moser & Company. In a few seconds, it's going to be 10 hours, 56 minutes, and 56 seconds. Top sync. Top sync. 20, 21, 22, 23. Top sync. 12:02 and 51 seconds. Top sync. Top sync. We're setting it at 12:24 right now. And we'll take good note of the time difference between the seconds on screen and the seconds on the watch. 12 and 33 in a few seconds now. Top sync. Seven watches competing on my wrist. 7 days of everyday life torture test. Who's gonna make it right on time and who's not? Find out in Revolution's real-life chronometry test, part 2.